If you're gay, then you're gay. Don't pretend that you're straight. You could be who you are any day of the week.
Richer with $2 small McCafe smoothies, frappes, and shakes.
Lately, I've been stuck imagining what I wanna do and what I really think time to blow out. We are little inappropriate, cause I know that everybody's thinking it when the lights out. Shit on me, sweetly, slowly. I wanna go all the way, taking up my feet tonight. I wanna show all the living in through my mind. Whoa, I wanna go all the way, taking up my feet tonight. I wanna show all the living in through my mind. Whoa. Lately, people got me all tied up. There's a countdown waiting for me to erupt, time to blow out. I really know that I should do it. If you hold my hands above, I like it when the lights out. Shit on me, sweetly, slowly. Taking up my feet tonight. I wanna show all the living through my mind. Whoa, I wanna go all the way. Taking up my feet tonight. I wanna show all the living through my mind. Whoa. Shit on me, sweetly, slowly. I wanna go all the way. Taking up my feet tonight. I wanna show all the living through my mind. I wanna go all the way. Taking up my feet tonight. I wanna show all the living through my mind.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Sonic1245 here. Welcome back to GSA Forever. So, The Nerd. The story is going along great. It's going really good. I had to trash my original recording because I don't feel great, but I want to get Monday's video done because it is literally Sunday right now, and I don't feel like recording it because I have a lot of other stuff to do. So, I'm trying to get this video done and over with because apparently I have to Shotcut it, which is the editing software I use now to put the video, my intro in front of my videos, which I hope you guys are liking that. The song that is playing is by A Great Big World, and it's called Everyone Is Gay. I've known that song for quite some time, but I never thought that I would need to make an intro, but now it's like, okay, it's 2017, every single, I want to make an intro. So it took me forever to figure out how to do it, but I got it done, so yeah. In the last chapter, apparently Liam stayed over with Niall, and Liam told Niall that I told Niall I haven't told my mom yet about the baby. So, yeah, that's what's going on. Chapter 20. Louis' point of view. Niall and Liam left to go tell Liam's mom, it says mom, but I'm not British, about the baby and left me with a whining Harry. My feet hurt and my back. How do you do this? He asked as we both sat on the couch. I do it because it's all worth it in the end, to meet our babies, I said, placing a hand on my stomach and rubbing it. I guess, he mumbled, putting his feet on the footrest. Who would have thought that he would be so whiny? He stopped, and I sighed, closing my eyes and resting my head against the back of the couch. And then he started again. I groaned and got up carefully, and with a bit of difficult. I'm going upstairs. Come see me when you're done whining. You don't have to do this. You chose to, I said angrily as I put my hands on my back. I don't want to think I'm weak, though, I heard him say quietly, making me stop walking and just stand there. I turned around and looked at him. Did I ever say you were weak? Well, maybe I did, but I didn't mean it. You aren't weak to me. You're the strongest, most sexiest man in this world. Well, other people, that's a lot of people think Harry actually is. Wearing one of those does not make you any stronger than you already are. It won't prove anything. I just want to see what it's like. You can take it off if you want. I missed your hugs. And I admit, and he smiled before unstrapping it and getting up and came over and wrapping his arms around me, and I put my hand on his shoulder and hid my face in his neck as he held me close with 2 strong arms. I love you, he said, and I smiled into his neck. I love you too, I said, looking up at him. He leaned down and pressed his lips firmly to mine. He kissed me passionately as I returned the favor. I missed that, I said, as my heartbeat sped up and the baby started to kick. I missed it too. The babies are kicking, he said, putting one hand on the side of my stomach. Yeah, they're happy, just like me, I said, smiling up at him. I think they like us. He rested a hand on his stomach while they kicked softly. They better. We did make them. And they gotta put up with them for the next 18 years. I joked as he laughed a little, taking my hand in his, intertwining our fingers together, resting his forehead against mine. They're going to be the most perfect spoiled little babies ever, he said, and I smiled, looking into his eyes as I got lost in his perfection green pools. Harry has green eyes, though. Oh, Louis has green. Yeah, they are, I said with a breathy laugh. Let's go upstairs and cuddle. I just want to hug you, he said, kissing my lips sweetly. I smiled as he wrapped his arms around my waist and guided me up the stairs. We got to the stairs, got under the covers of our bed, and we talked about the babies. And he talked to them as they stirred with every question he asked, just making me want them in my arms more and more. Liam's point of view. So now we're with Liam and Niall. I could tell Niall was beyond nervous, him holding my hand tightly as we drove to my house. Calm down, Niall. Everything will be alright, I said. He turned to me and nodded ahead once more, continuing to look out the window, still holding my hand tightly. He had a protective hand on a small bump, making me smile, taking the hand of his firm grip before resting it on the top of his. Do you have names for the little squirt yet? I asked. He turned with me with a bright smile. I do, actually, he said, relaxing a bit. Well, let's hear him. I said, well, if it's a boy, I like Mason, he said. I like that name. What if it's a girl, I asked. If it's a girl, Isabel or Bella for short? I'm sorry, I'm like, what? I'm like, how do I even say that? But then I looked a little bit farther and I said Bella. Oh, Isabella. I'm tired right now. He said, and I smiled even wider. I really do love that name, Nye. I said, rubbing a thumb along the top of his stomach. Really? And I believe it's a boy, if I'm not mistaking myself. Really? He asked. I nodded and turned to give him a quick smile before turning back to the road. They're beautiful, I said, as we pulled onto my street. He immediately grabbed my hand again, squeezing it even tighter. I started to get nervous, too. Everything's going to be alright, baby, I swear, I said, bringing his hand up so I could kiss his knuckles. I think I was also trying to tell myself that, too, but who knows. I pulled into my driveway and pulled the key out of the ignition and sat back in my seat, and we sat in silence. I can't go in there, he mumbled, making me look over at him. His face was drained of any color, and he was shaking slightly. I pulled him onto my side. Oh, jeez, I don't even know how that works. Unless there's not a... I don't know what it is, but you know, usually in the car when there's something between the driver's side, it's like the glove box, but it's in between the driver and the passenger seat. If there's not one of those, I don't know how else that would work. I pulled him onto my side and wrapped my arms firmly around him. He stopped shaking and wasn't as tense, but his face was still white as snow. Sounds like my ex. His whole body is white. So my ex, Shadow, his whole body is white as snow. He literally is so white. He doesn't go out in the sun like I. Yes, you can. We'll be fine. She helped us through the whole thing. She'll help us through this whole thing. She'll be there for us when we need her, I explained. He took in a shaking breath before nodding and looking up at me with nervous blue eyes. I kissed his forehead, then opened the door as he opened his and we got out. I quickly made my way to his side, wrapping my arms around his waist, afraid that he might fall over if he walked on his own. We got to the front door and I opened it with the key and flung the door open. We walked in and Niall seemed to calm down just a bit. I kissed his temple. Mom, we're here. Mom, I'm here with Niall. Where are you? I called. The kitchen, darling, she called, and I smiled a bit, led him to the kitchen where my mom was. Niall's point of view. Me being nervous was an understatement. Do you think it's possible I could go and hide under a rock for the rest of my life? Liam led me to the kitchen, and I was glad he had an arm around my waist, or I might fall over. We got in. I put on a fake smile on my face as she turned away from the oven where she was cooking something and smiled at us. Look at you two. You're just... Oh my gosh. Grandma! This is and you are just adorable. You are just too adorable. It needs to be you. It has to be Y-O-U apostrophe R-E. Because that's you are just too adorable. Sorry. Grandma. She said, and I smiled, a real smile, but blushed a little. Thank you, I said. Mom, we have some news. Liam said. You're not getting married, are you? She asked nervously, making Grandma, Liam, and I, not me and Liam. Laugh a bit. No, Mom, it's a bit early for that. She said. She put a hand over her heart and sighed. Thank God, she mumbled, way too early. You may either like the news or not. I didn't get to hear him finish as my stomach started to churn. I covered my mouth with my hand and ran to the bathroom. I emptied my stomach out of my breakfast I ate this morning before flushing the toilet and getting up a bit shaky. Are you okay, Niall? Liam's mom, Karen, asked as her and Liam stood in the doorway of the bathroom. Yeah, I'm fine, I said. Mom, Niall here is pregnant. Liam blurted out, making it easier for the both of us. I looked down the ground, playing with my finger as I was ashamed to look back up. How far along are you? Her question took me a bit by surprise as I looked up with her with wide eyes. Huh? I asked stupidly. How far along are you with the pregnancy? She asked with a serious tone in her voice. 3 months. I said, lifting up my shirt a bit to show off my ever-growing bump. Are you keeping it? She asked. I wanted to roll my eyes, but I didn't. Yes, of course. I said, and she nodded before walking up to me slowly, holding out a hand out to my stomach. May I? She asked. I glanced up at Liam nervously before nodding slowly. She put her hand on my baby bump. She smiled. I'm gonna help you two through this, she said, looking up at me and smiling. Really? I asked, and a smile forming on my face. Absolutely, she said, pulling her hand away. I pulled my shirt down and then hugged her tightly. As she laughed a little. Thank you so much, I said, as silent tears rolled down my cheeks. She started rubbing my back soothingly. I looked over at Liam to see he was leaning up against the doorframe with a smile on his face. I pulled away from the hug as Liam came over and hugged his mom. I knew you would. I love you, Mommy, he said, kissing her cheek as she laughed. You boys, I will always help you with anything, and I mean anything. Just give me a call and I'll be right over. To help you out with this baby. And is this why you want to move in with Lee? She asked, turning to him. I nodded and shrugged. Little Mason, or Bella, needs 2 parents with him or her, though everything he or she is going through, he said, smirking at the names I picked out. I see you've already picked out a name for the little one, she said, and I smiled, placing a hand on my stomach, rubbing it with my thumb. Actually, Niall did, and they're beautiful names, Liam said, coming over and wrapping his arm around my waist and placing a hand on my stomach. I can't argue with that. I really like those names, she said, and I smiled and blushed a little. Are you boys hungry? I could fix something to eat if you want, Karen said. I nodded, but then blushed and said, you don't have to. And she shook her head and waved me off. It's not a bother, love, she said as we walked back to the kitchen. I smiled and was about to ask Liam for gum, but I turned to him. He was already holding out a piece to me. Gum? He asked and I smiled. I took it from him. Thanks, babe, I said, unwrapping it and popping it in my mouth. I needed to get the nasty taste out of my mouth. Have you guys found a flat yet? Karen asked, and Liam nodded. It's 2 doors down from where Niall is right now. Some friends of his. It's nice. 2 bedrooms, bathroom, and a whole lot. Liam explained as she nodded. Sounds nice. When are you moving in? She asked, and something flashed through her eyes. Sadness. She probably doesn't want Liam to move out. As soon as we rent it out, we can move right in. He smiled. I'm gonna miss you, babe. Baby, Lee? She said and gave herself a half-hearted smile. You know you can visit any time, he said to her, and she smiled. I know, but I'm gonna miss having to do things for you, she said, and Liam smiled. Of course you could come over and cook sometime, he said, trailing off as Karen rolled her eyes. Of course, that's probably gonna be the only time you invite me over to cook for you, she explained, and I laughed as Liam smirked and shook his head. Whatever, Mom, but we gotta go. We got a flat to rent out, he said, taking my hand in his, pulling me to the front door. Bye, Mom, love you, Liam called as we walked out. Love you too, Lee. Good luck with the new baby, guys, she called back. He closed the door and we walked hand in hand to his car. Let's go buy a new flat. So, yeah, did your prediction come true? Did you think that Liam's mom was going to say, I'll help you with anything? I knew because I know, the song. So, if you guys have questioned the video, do you think it's a boy or a girl? I said it's a boy, and I believe it is a boy. I could be wrong. But also if you can name a baby, if you had a boy or a girl, what would the names be of them? Let me know in the comment section below. And until next time, gays okay, just ask the GSA. Mwah.